What is up everybody and welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a legit minute, hasn't it? Well, that's because of the whole COVID thing. I really haven't been motivated to make a video because I didn't know what to make a video about until today, that is. So do you guys believe in ghost stories? I didn't until I think I saw what I saw. An Asema. Ooh. For those of you who don't know what an Asema is, basically it's like a vampire out of Suriname's mythology. It's a creature out of Suriname's mythology, basically a vampire or a witch or a sorcerer that by day takes the form of a human and by night it turns into a yellow or blue fireball. So a couple of years ago, almost 14 years ago I can say, me and a couple of friends, I was still living with my parents at the time. So me and some friends were chilling on the corner at a grocery store, just drinking some Coca-Cola. It was not sponsored. It's me, Gregory, Wensley, Mark and Ernesto. You can ask all of them. When Gregory told us that there is a street party at Lelydorp, I was living at Houtuin at the time. There's a street party at Lelydorp and it starts about 11 o'clock. And at the time he told us it was about 9 o'clock. So we all agreed we're gonna go home, freshen up, take my car because I was the only one with the driver's license and head to Lelydorp. Gregory had his motorcycle or moped or what you wanna call it. And the time that we all... Did you turn off on me? One of the lights turned off. And by the time we agreed to meet up again, Gregory told us, hey listen, I'm on my bike so I'm gonna go ahead and call you when I get there. And we're like, okay. So we all hopped in my car except for Gregory, of course, he went ahead. And we were driving along, you know, casually, just telling stories to each other. And all of a sudden, Gregory called us. He said, hey, I saw an Asema. I was like, bruh, really? And I hung up the phone. I told the other guys in the car and they started laughing, like Gregory's always making jokes. But then we started to drive along, you know, carrying on, not minding what he told us. And a little context, he didn't tell us where he saw it. And that's the funny part. So we were driving along, God, I'm bad at English. We were driving along and we took the back road. Kasialan leads all the way to Lelydorp. So we took the back road, Kasialan, and then at some point, you arrive at the Verlengde Houtuinweg. Okay, so like the sun is very hot, I'm gonna make this quick. This is the Verlengde Houtuinweg. This. And it goes through there. And right on that corner, you meet the Sumatraweg, I think, with the famous Doksa Bar. And this is roughly the spot where we saw it. So mind you, it's nighttime. Almost 10 o'clock, 10:30, it's night time. All the street lights are on. And we're driving in the Verlengde Houtuinweg. And it come. Just a second. I'm sorry about that. My son woke up. Probably can hear the TV in the background. But anyway, we were driving the Verlengde Houtuinweg. And in the far distance, we saw a little dot. Somebody was walking there. As we came closer to that little dot, we came closer and closer and closer. Everybody in the car started getting goosebumps for no reason at all. I'm getting goosebumps now talking about it. And as we came closer, we could see that dot more clearly. It was a woman walking on the streets, bare feet. No sandals, nothing. She had on a gray gown, like really a dirty gray gown. She had gray hair and she was walking away from the car, so we couldn't see her face. Goosebumps. And it came at a point that the car was right beside the woman. We slowed down because there was oncoming traffic. So we slowed down right beside the woman because we didn't want to hit her. And then she turned, she looked in the car, and I swear to you, she had no face. It was all blackness. It was black. There were no eyes, no nose, no mouth, nothing. So when we saw that, man, I didn't know what a speed bump was. I just bolted out of there like there was no tomorrow. Until I arrived at Lely Dorp and met up with Gregory, and he asked us, "Did you see it?" We were like, "Hell yes." Whew, that was an experience. But check this out. We stayed at the street party, having fun, drank some juice, I'll say. And it came to the point that we had to go back home. So we took the same route home. And guess who we saw standing on that road again? Or should I say, still. But the only difference is, this time, she was standing on the other side of the road at the exact same spot that we saw it. So I stopped the car, I backed up, and I took another way home. I'm like, I'm not passing you for a second time. I took another way home, and I swear to you, when I got home, I put onions and garlic at my door and window sill because ain't no way that vampire's entering my house. But that's the story on how I saw an Acema. I don't know if you guys want to believe me or not. If you don't want to believe me, you can ask Mark Gregory, you can ask Wensley, and you can ask Ernesto. You cannot ask them, they'll tell you the same story. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. Please consider liking the story if you do like the video, because it will be good for the algorithm and more people can see my video that way. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It would help this channel grow a lot. I'll be very thankful. And if any of you had a similar experience with old stories from the past, mythologies from Suriname, Acemas, Bakrus, or stuff like that, please leave your stories in the comment below. I'll be happy to read it. And until the next video, everybody, stay safe.